I let the company down, the organization down. So, it really hurts. There's just gonna have to be some lifestyle changes, some stuff I didn't have to do that is just like it's what I have to do now because I'm not a young man anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately, a fight that we were looking forward to did not happen. We had Bryan Battle on the program. I think it was just a couple weeks ago now, and we were talking about his fight at 185 pounds against Nursultan Ruzibayev. And unfortunately, at the morning weigh-ins, we found out that he had come in over the 186-pound limit. That's Bryan. And then shortly thereafter, we found out that the fight was canceled. So I wanted to speak to Bryan about what happened and his side of the story and where he goes from here. The Butcher is kind enough to be on the program to clear the air on everything that transpired. Hey, Bryan, thanks for doing this. I appreciate it.
Hey, man, I appreciate you for having me and, giving me a chance to talk. It's a bummer, we couldn't be doing this under, celebrating, but regardless, I appreciate you for having me on the show.
For sure. So what happened? What happened? Why did you miss weight on Friday?
Uh, Man, I mean, there's several factors, you know what I'm saying? But, I think, I'm getting older and my body just can't do the things that it used to do, you know what I'm saying? So, um, and fighting, like I didn't come in that much heavier than I did for the last fight. So, I thought it was going to be a piece of cake. I thought it was going to be a walk in the park and, things just went south. And, when you're cutting weight and things go south, it's kind of, once things start going downhill, it's hard to recover from it. You know what I mean?
When did you start to realize that this was going to be a problem?
The morning of like early, like we got up at about 5 o'clock to finish doing the rest of the cut. And, I lost a pound in like the first 40 minutes, but, we spent like 5 hours, the next 4 hours, I was sweating the whole time, but I just wasn't sweating a lot. And I lost about another pound over the course of the next 4 hours of just like sitting in the sauna or jumping from the sauna to the hot bath, you know what I'm saying? Putting on the sauna suit and running around and everything like that. So, yeah, about the morning of.
Do you think, and the reason I ask you this question is because it's now back-to-back missing weight, obviously at 170 and now at 185, but do you think there's something wrong with your body, like that it's just not doing what you want it to do in these extreme circumstances?
No, I think I'm just getting older. You know what I'm saying? I just have to, I remember one time when I was, still an amateur, there was one time I had a fight. It was supposed to be at 205, and on short notice, it got switched to a 185-pound fight. And on Monday, I was 222 pounds, and by Friday, I was 186 pounds. And that, it's stuff like that kind of, makes you, at least I think I took things for granted a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And that's on me. I'm extremely, the consequences are pretty steep. You know what I mean? Didn't just let the fans down. I let people who believed in me down. You know what I'm saying? I let the company down, the organization down. So, it really hurts. There's just gonna have to be some lifestyle changes, some stuff I didn't have to do that is just like it's what I have to do now. Because, like I said, my body's getting. I'm not a young man anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I just gotta make the adjustments and move forward.
Why did the fight get canceled? Because obviously, like I said, you missed weight prior to the Brown fight, but that fight went through. You have to give up a percentage of your purse, all that. Ultimately, how did we get to it being canceled?
Well, it was funny how it happened because initially after the weigh-in, the agent, talking to the coach and everything, I believe Nursultan took it off the rip. And, I went to go take a nap, saying hydrate a little bit, take a nap, get ready for the show weigh-in, the mock weigh-in, but I woke up and my coach came in. He said Nur Sultan didn't take the fight. And, I was just, it was. But I can't get mad at him. You know what I'm saying? That's on me. I have to take full responsibility for that, or else there's no way to adjust and grow and get better from it. So that's really all I'm thinking about right now, just adjusting, growing, and getting better, making sure that nothing like this ever happens again.
You saw him afterwards, right? I think I saw like a photo or two. What did you guys talk about?
I just went up and apologized to him. I went up and I told him, I said, hey, that's on me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry we couldn't fight. I hope we can run it back. I would love to run it back. You know what I'm saying? I would love to fight you. You know what I'm saying? And so they were saying maybe October in Abu Dhabi. I know that's close to where he stays. That's really out of my hands. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. We'll see if if I still have a job in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just went up to him to apologize. You know what I'm saying, man to man. You know what I'm saying? Just let him know that I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I know he worked really hard. I know he made weight. So I'm sorry I didn't hold up my end of the bargain.
Are you worried that they might release you as a result of this?
I've accepted that it is a possibility. You know what I'm saying? I've accepted that it is something that could happen and that is justifiable on their end. You know what I'm saying? Like the UFC has been nothing but good to me. You know what I'm saying? Like being in the UFC has changed my life. And so, hopefully they're gracious. You know what I'm saying? And they give me another chance. You know what I'm saying? It's not something I feel entitled to at this point.
So no indication to your manager, to your team, like, hey, like we're gonna stick with this guy. We want to still be. They haven't told you that.
I haven't talked to my agent yet. And so I'm going to call him a little bit after this and just like talk to him and see where things are at. You know what I mean? And so, I'm just taking things one day at a time right now. You know what I mean? So,
are you worried?
Yeah. It's stuff like that's out of my control. You know what I'm saying? Right now I'm worried about tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, and regardless, no matter what happens, I know I'm still one of the best on the planet. So, I know I'll be back. So, so if I gotta go out and go whoop some ass and prove myself and show that I can still do it and I can still make weight and do all that stuff, then that's what I'll go do, and I'll come back and what I'm saying, fulfill my potential. But I'm in a place right now where I don't feel entitled to anything, and I don't feel what I'm saying, and I would understand, you know what I mean? And like I said, if they're kind of gracious, I'll be extremely thankful for that. But this is just like a time where it's just like I need to focus on the day to day.
I get it.
Get that worked out.
Maybe a bit of a crazy question, but do you feel like you have to move up to 205? Anthony Johnson once fought at 170 and moved. Like, do you feel
Here's the thing. I think I could definitely fight people at 205. I would do well at 205. I don't think I need to go. Like, I can definitely still make middleweight. I can 10,000% make middleweight. Like I said, I never ran out of. Like, I was, even though a lot of water wasn't coming out of me, water was still coming out of me, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So there's no doubt in my mind that I can make 185. You know what I mean? I could probably make 185 next week if I had to. You know what I'm saying? And just make a couple of tweaks and adjustments. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, is if I had to take a fight at 205, then I'll take a fight at 205. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like that's what the bosses want. That's what the bosses will get. You know what I mean? So, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
So I see from the sign behind you, you stayed in Chicago.
Yeah. No, I I tried to get out earlier, but they couldn't change my flight. All the flights were sold out. So
Oh man.
I was just kind of like, I just been kind of laying low, you know what I'm saying? Not trying to do too much. But yeah, no, yeah. Initially, like, you have plans to, do this and that after the fight, and then things go south, and you just kind of stuck a little bit. You know what I mean? So, but heading home, excited to get back, see my family, figure out what's next from here.
When you talk about the changes, when you talk about things like that, does that mean like maybe no drinking and all that, like some real serious life changes?
Nah, yeah, no drinking is at the top of the price, because it's just, once again, it's not. It's I always stop drinking like weeks out to the fight, but like now it's just like one of those things. It's just like my body isn't reacting as quickly as I wanted to, and just as a principle in general, I feel like I need to punish myself a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I don't deserve it. I haven't earned it. So yeah, for the foreseeable future, I won't be drinking. Um, and we'll see. As far as everything else, you know what I'm saying? There's really, 'cause that was the thing. It wasn't like I was like doing anything crazy before the fight. Like I wasn't going. Then I have people that were with me. Just everything seemed good. Like I was super fucking sharp. You know what I'm saying? I was really ready to fight, really ready to get after it. Uh, but at the end of the day, I only have myself to blame for it. So I have to, take accountability. You know what I'm saying? Reflect and make all the necessary adjustments that need to be made.
Are you getting a lot of shit online?
Yeah, you can say that.
How are you handling it?
Yeah. Man, it's one of those things where you know, I can't talk shit back. You know what I'm saying? I really just want to make weight. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing you can do. You know what I'm saying? All you can do is keep on moving forward. And I'm just not sitting there dwelling on it. I'm not checking all the comments because I already know what they're all saying. And as I got people, and even with all this shit talking, there's still people who are reaching out and showing love. You know what I'm saying? And even on top of that, it's one of those things where, all right, well, you know, there's all these people talking shit. There's people still talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I'm a less than fortunate person. I'm gonna keep on just building on it. You know what I'm saying? And next time we'll have good publicity. You know what I'm saying? They say all publicity is good publicity. Well, we just want good publicity. Period. You know what I'm saying? I'll go out there, whoop ass next time, get the W, make weight, and keep on moving forward with my career.
Appreciate you coming on, Bryan. Anything else that you want to get off your chest or say to the people after, I would imagine, a tough weekend?
Well, one, just I want to say thank you to all the fans. You know what I'm saying? Everyone, especially the people who are still showing love. Like at this moment, the motherfuckers who are still showing love. I feel that. You know what I'm saying? Those are the real fans. I'm sorry to all the people I let down who were ready to watch me fight. You know what I'm saying? Because it did. It makes your heart warm when you, like, the lead up to the fight. You see how many people are just excited to watch you fight. You know what I'm saying? How many people are invested. I don't want to apologize to the UFC. Mick Maynard, Hunter Campbell. You know what I'm saying? All those guys. You know. I'd like to apologize. Even my agent Jason House. You know what I'm saying? He vouches for me, and he's gone. He's done so many great things for me. Just really, just deeply, humbly. I'm super sorry. And this has been like, it's like I missed before, but like the consequences are just fucking on a different caliber this time. So, just I'll be back. I'll be back, and I'm gonna be better. You know what I'm saying? This isn't stopping the butcher by any means.
Hang in there, man. Thank you for the time.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
Hey,
Thanks for
thank
coming
you.
on.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you for real. You're a real one, Ariel.
No problem. No problem. Thanks for coming on, Bryan. Safe travels home.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
There he is, Bryan Battle, kind enough to join us, and I'm sure it's been a tough time. He is paying the consequence, no doubt. Didn't make the weight against Randy Brown. That fight was at 170. This time 185. He moves up and weighs in at 190. It reminds me a lot of the Anthony Johnson situation, in which he was a 170 pounder, was having trouble, moved up to I believe it was 85, if you recall, and then missed weight there and then had to move up again. Sometimes when you get that extra leeway, it ends up being sort of a trick that can be played on your mind. So I can imagine he's getting a lot of heat right now. And I think the UFC, maybe I'm crazy, but if they didn't announce it by now, or at least make that decision, I think it means he'll stick around. And remember, it was less than a year ago, he gets on the microphone in Paris and he cuts that incredible promo against Kevin Jousset, my promo of the year. And it wasn't just because it was a great promo, but like it was a great fight, a great performance, and he was on a roll. And here we are a year later, he has the fight against Brown, which he wins, but wins controversially. It was a close fight, misses weight prior to it. And then this fight, which he misses weight prior to, and the fight doesn't come to fruition. Thanks for watching this video. Before you go, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for us. Also, give us a thumbs up, leave a nice comment. These things go a long way. And while you're here, do check out the rest of the channel. We've got live shows and full interviews, clips, and a whole lot more. We're doing big things here, and we appreciate your support very much.